It started with a grab, and then there was the tweet. And now Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins says that the Memphis superstar Ja Morant is unlikely to go in Game 4 with his team down 2-1 because of a knee injury after Jordan Poole grabbed at that knee. And Ja Morant says he broke the code in doing so. Joining me now from Locked On Grizzlies, Shawn Coleman. And Shawn, this is a very layered controversy, if you want to call it that at this point. What did you make of the play? Let's start there.
I think it was more unfortunate than intentional. I don't think that it was a dirty play by Jordan Poole. I don't think the intent was there. But certainly this is a series where everything certainly is now under a microscope from what we've seen in the past 2 games. It was unfortunate because now it likely has cost, though nothing's official, it likely has cost the Grizzlies their one true go-to offensive player for Game 4. But, all of this going on, all the extra stuff, the players have the right to view it the way they want to. The coaches have the right to protect their players, all this different stuff. But for the Grizzlies especially, it's got to be focusing on what they've got to do to correct what happened in Game 3 to have even a chance in Game 4, likely without Ja Morant.
Well, and this dovetails with our discussion about what this series looks like moving forward, because games 1 and 2 nip and tuck the entire way, and both teams can make a credible case they should have been leading that series 2-0. Then the Warriors come out and they just layer a barrage at Memphis, including this now injury. So what changed in Game 3 that Memphis is going to have to correct moving forward?
They're going to have to make it to where the Warriors have to work for every shot, because defensively, especially in Game 2, the Grizzlies did a very good job. The Grizzlies actually played better offense in Game 1 with Ja and Jaren than they did in Game 2. The Grizzlies are just going to have to go back to it, and that's where the focus has to start. They're going to have to make the Warriors work for as many shots as possible, and on offense, without Ja more than likely, the Grizzlies are going to have to put the emphasis on getting the best looks as much as possible, plus out-rebounding and not allowing for the Warriors to have as many open drives. The Grizzlies are just going to have to get back to playing defense. Play more like Game 2 than you did Game 3. You at least give yourself a chance, especially with Dillon Brooks back.
This was a Grizzlies team that was more than familiar with winning without Ja Morant. What is the recipe of really stealing a win here in Game 4 so that they can hopefully get their superstar back for Game 5 and beyond? Because down 3-1 against the Warriors with these guys, with this pedigree, that's going to be a tall order.
Getting turnovers and defensive rebounds on defense, getting extra looks through offensive rebounds, and getting good looks through ball movement on offense. That was the recipe for success during the season. Now, the big thing that needs to be remembered is that in those games, in those 25 or so games the Grizzlies had without Ja, the level of competition that they faced, probably about 80% of it wasn't to the caliber of a playoff team. Now, it's Game 4 against the Warriors in Golden State, where if you lose, it's very unlikely you're coming back to win 3 straight. So that's exactly what the Grizzlies have to do. They're going to have to get their own possessions, limit possessions for Golden State, make them work hard to find their shots, and then the Grizzlies are going to have to use ball movement to get the best shot possible as often as they can when it comes to their offensive possession.